Hello everyone. In today's video, we are going to discuss about why you must go all in on data analytics and AI. So, we are living through one of the biggest career shift in human history right now, and most of the people haven't even noticed yet. Degrees that took 4 years of time to earn are becoming less relevant every single month. Jobs that existed 5 years ago are disappearing right now, and new roles, like roles that pay extremely well, are going completely unfilled because there are not enough skilled people to take them. So, in the today's video, I want to answer one question very clearly: why you must go all in on data analytics and AI, and why right now is the right time. By the end of this video, you will be understand what these fields actually are, where they apply in the real world, and what career paths they open up, and what you need to learn to get there. So let's get into it. Okay, so here's something nobody likes to say loud. That is, the world has changed, but degree haven't. In 2026, what happened? The companies are not looking for people who can memorize textbooks. They are looking for people who can work with the data, who can build models, and use AI tools to solve real problems. Traditional education was designed for a world that no longer exists. It prepares you to follow processes, but the companies hiring today need people who can create them. So this is not about replacing degree, it's about adding the skills that actually get you hired, promoted, and paid well in the world we are living in right now. So that is data analytics and AI are those skills. Okay. Let's move to the section 2, that is career opportunities in this space. So let's talk about, first of all, what the career landscape actually look like. There are five major roles in this space right now. That is, first one, data analyst. That is, who is data analyst? The entry point for the that is entry point for the most of the people. You here, data analyst work with the data, find the patterns, and help businesses make decisions. This role is very high demand, very accessible to the beginners. Next one is data scientist. A step deeper, you can say, you build here predictive models, run statistical analysis, and turn complex data into strategic insights. Third one is machine learning engineer. You build and deploy the actual ML system that power products. Think recommendation engines, fraud detection, predictive tools. So these are the some examples of machine learning engineer. Let's talk about next one, AI engineer. What AI engineer is this? You design and integrate AI solution into real world applications and infrastructure. Next one is research roles. If you enjoy going deep into theory and pushing the boundaries of what possible, research positions at companies and academic institutions are growing rapidly right now. The demand across all five is massive, and the supply of talented talent is nowhere near keeping up. So let's discuss next. Why now is the only right time? There are three main reasons why is the timing matters here. First of all, first, AI adoption is exploding right now. Every major company across every industry is investing heavily in AI and data capabilities right now. So this is not a future trend, it's a happening right now, happening today. Second one is demand for demand far exceeds supply. There are more open roles in data and AI than there are qualified people to fill them. So that means higher salaries, more negotiating power here, and faster career growth for anyone who builds these skills now. And third one is, why is the third one? It is the right time because the window will close after some time. Means the market will saturate in the next 3 to 5 years. The people who build expertise early will have a massive advantage over everyone who waits. The best time to start was 2 years ago, but the second best time you can say is the right now. Okay, so let's move to the section 4, that is future proof skill stack. It means, so what does the here it, future proof skill stack actually looks like in this way? So let's talk about that. It is a, first of all, it is a combination of 3 layers, you can say. First layer is foundation, data literacy, understanding how data is collected, stored, cleaned, and interpreted. So this is non-negotiable no matter which direction you go. Next is you have a technical skills, means tools like Python, SQL, Excel, and visualization platforms. These are instruments you use to work with the data. Third one is strategic thinking. That means the ability to ask right questions, interpret results in a business context, and communicate insights to people who do not have a technical background. So here you do not need all three on one day, on day one itself, but over time, build all three layers is what separate people who stay junior from people who lead. Okay, so let's discuss about next. Next is what is data analytics. So yes, let's talk about what is data analytics. Data analytics is nothing but the process of analyzing data to extract insights, identify trends, and support data-driven decision. You can think of it as a asking question of your data and getting answer you can act on. A data analyst might look at sales number and figure out which product is losing customer, or look at website traffic and identify users are dropping off at a specific page, or help an HR team understand why employees are leaving. So here the output is always the same, clear picture of what's happening. So better decision can be made here. Next one. So in the next slide, we are going to discuss here what is data science. So data science goes a layer deeper here. Data science uses scientific methods, algorithms, you can say, and systems to extract knowledge and insights from both structured as well as unstructured data. Mm, where a data analyst often works with the historical data to explain what happened, a data scientist builds model to predict what will happen next. They work with the things like a statistical modeling, you can say machine learning, large data set, and often in Python and R to answer questions that cannot be answered by looking at spreadsheet alone. Okay, so let's talk about machine learning now. What is machine learning? First of all, machine learning is nothing but a subset of AI. And next is, and it is the one of the most important concepts you can say to understand machine learning. Why machine learning will allows system to learn patterns from data and makes the prediction without being explicitly programmed for every scenario. So here is a simple way to think about it. You do not have spam filter with a list of every possible spam email. So instead, you show it thousands of example of spam are not spam, and it learns to recognize the pattern on its own. So that is nothing but machine learning. The system gets better the more data it sees. So it means it's powers fraud detection in banking, disease prediction in healthcare, product recommendation on e-commerce platform, and much more. Okay. Now let's talk about the section 8, that is what is artificial intelligence now. This is a big one, you can say. Artificial intelligence. AI refers to the simulation of human intelligence in machines that can perform tasks that typically require human thinking, like learning, reasoning, problem solving, and decision making. Yes, so everyday examples you already interact with voice assistant like Siri, Alexa, Google Assistant. You ask a question in natural language and they understand and respond here. Next is recommendation engines. In recommendation engines, you have a Netflix suggesting your next show, YouTube deciding what to play next. For example, Spotify building your discover weekly playlist. All AI. So, social media algorithm, the reason you feed shows you exactly what keeps you scrolling. That is AI creating content behavior, based on your behavior, right? AI is not a future technology. It's already running right now in the background of your daily life. So most people just haven't connected the dots, right? Let's talk about the section 9 now, where analytics is not an IT skill, it's a life skill, you can say. So one of the bigger misconception here people have about this field is that is only for the tech companies, or you can say IT professionals. That could not be the few further from truth. Okay, so for example, you can take marketing. In marketing, also it is required, and for analyzing customer behavior, understanding which camp convert, predicting what audience will respond to. This is the case. Next is finance industry for fraud detection. You can say risk analysis, credit scoring, investment modeling. So these are the examples. Coming to the HR predicting which employees are likely to leave, understand hiring patterns involving retentions. Next one is healthcare. Healthcare is nothing but predicting which patients are at a risk for certain diseases before symptoms even appear. Next is sports. That is performance analytics, injury prediction, you can say opposition analysis. So whatever field you are in on planning to enter, data is already reshaping it. The question is whether you will be the person who use it or the person it replaces. Okay. So let's talk about the now section 10, that is real example you can take of Indian cricket. So let me just give you a here overview. The Indian cricket team, if you will say, not long if you talk about the long ago, players selection was largely based on experience, or you can say gut feeling, and what selector had seen in recent match here. So how today's happening is it's completely different. Every player is evaluated using performance data, using betting average in specific condition, strike rates against particular bowling styles, fitness data, injury history, opposition analysis, and dozen of other matrices are there. So selection decisions are now data driven. Training is personalized based on data. Match strategy is built on data. So this did not happen because cricket became a tech sport. It happened because data became available, you can say, and teams that used it started winning. So that pattern is repeating in every industry right now. For example, let's take one more example of a healthcare. So if you'll go to in healthcare sector, hospitals are now using data analytics to answer two critical questions. Which department work best for which types of patients, like, and which patients need early attention before their condition gets worse. This is not just science fiction. Hospital in India or around the world are already doing this, analyzing the patient record, lab results, and treatment outcomes to improve care. A doctor with the data backed system can catch something a doctor replaying relying on memory and insights might miss here. Okay, so let's talk about the section 12 now, that is tools in data analytics. So let's talk about the tools you will actually work with. That is in data analytics, most of the tools are Excel for quick analysis purpose, for SQL for querying database, Python for data analysis and automation, and Tableau, or you can say Power BI for visualization and dashboard. So each tool has a specific role here. Excel is your starting point. SQL lets you pull and filter data from large database basis. Python lets you clean, analyze, and model data to the scale. Visualization tools turn your number into charts that decision makers can actually understand here. You do not need to master all of them at once. But what the case is, most people start with the Excel and SQL, then move into Python as they progress. Okay, so now let's talk about the section 313, that is AI in everyday life. Let's look more closely at how AI is already shaping everyday's life across industry. First of all, healthcare. AI must are diagnosing disease from the medical image faster and sometimes more accurately than human doctors. They are flagging high risk patients before a crisis hits. Next one, if we talk, that is finance. Finance, how finance fraud detection system analyze thousands of transactions per second and flag suspicious ones in a real time. Next is loan approval algorithm assess risk in minutes. Yeah. So let's talk about next one, that is digital marketing. It means here AI decides which ads you see. When you see them and on which platform, it predicts that you are likely to buy next. Next is retail and e-commerce. That is here personalized product recommendation you will get, dynamic pricing you'll get, inventory management and demand forecasting. All is nothing but AI. Coming to the next one, entertainment and media. Here, content recommendation, automatic subtitles, deepfake detection, personalized playlist. These are the example of entertainment and media. Let's talk about the next one, that is HR. HR, human resource, is nothing but for resume screening, candidate matching, attrition prediction, and performance tracking. So every one of these industries need people who understand how these systems work and how to build, improve, and manage them. Okay, so let's come to the now section 14, where how Amazon and Flipkart rank products. Here's something most people never think about. That is, when you and your friend open Amazon or Flipkart at the same time, you do not see the same homepage. The product shown to you, their ranking, their position, the deals highlighted are all personalized in real time using AI. The system predicts you what category you browse, what price range you prefer, what similar buyers viewed before purchasing, and what you are most likely to buy today. So it then ranks products especially for you, not for the average customer, but for you based on your behavior. So this is live machine learning model making thousands of decisions every second. And the better the model, the more revenue the platform generate. So this is the kind of work ML engineer and data scientists are doing inside these companies right now. What is the ML model life cycle if you will discuss? So let's talk about that. First of all, define the problem. That means, first step, what question are you trying to answer? What decision should the model support? Next one is collect and prepare data. It means gather the relevant data and clean it. Remove errors, or you can say handling missing value that comes under this. Next one is build and train the model. That means choose an algorithm, feed it the data and let it learn patterns. Next one is evaluate the model. That means test how well it performs on new data it has not seen before. Next one is deploy the model. Put it into production so it can make real prediction in real time. Next one is monitor and improve. The track performance over time and retain the model as new data comes. So understanding this life cycle is what separates someone who can use AI tools from someone who can build and manage AI system. Done. Now let's talk about the section 16 in which how we can get started. Let's take about practical. First step is you can build data literacy means understand the data is how it's collected and how basic statistics work. You do not need to be a mathematician here. You need to be very comfortable with your numbers. Step second is learn Excel and SQL. So these are the most widely used tool in data jobs. You can learn both in a few weeks with the consistent practice. Coming to the third step, that is learn Python basics. Means Python is Python is the language of data science and AI that focus on libraries like pandas for data manipulation and matplotlib for visualization. Let's talk about the step 4. Step 4 is nothing but work on the real projects. It means don't just watch tutorials here, apply what you learn to real dataset. Kaggle is a great place here to start. It has a free dataset and competition. Next, step fifth is learn the fundamentals of fundamental of ML. So here you will understand supervised versus unsupervised learning, how common algorithm works, and how to evaluate a model. Next step is step 6, that stay current. It means this field moves fast. Follow people who are active in data and AI. Read about new tools. Keep building. Let's talk about the section 17 now. The bigger picture. This is nothing but bigger picture. You can say, I want to zoom out a little bit more. Zoom out for a minute. We are not, let's talk. Now, we are not just talking about getting a job, we are talking about building the ability to understand the world more clearly and act on it more effectively. Data here, data literacy changes how you think, it makes you better at spotting patterns, questioning assumptions, and making decisions. Whether you are running business, managing a team, or navigating your own career, AI is not something that happens happening to you. It's a something you can choose to understand, work with and build here. The people who treat this as an opportunity right now in 2026 will look back in 5 years and be glad they moved early. Okay, the people who wait here will look back and wonder why they did not. Correct? Okay, so now let's talk. Data and AI are not the future anymore, right? They are present. right? So every industry, every function, every role is being reshaped by the ability to work with the data and use intelligent system. You know, you now have a clear picture of what these fields are, where they apply, and how to get started, right? The only question left here is, what are you going to do with it, right? So if this video gave you clarity, share it with someone who's figuring out this next step. It might be exactly what you need to hear. Yes. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you.